Hi, this is Lucy, and today I'm going to show you how to build your own Iron Mountain Anvil. Now, I've done a separate intro video for this explaining some of the complexities because this is going to be a very long video. It is a very complicated and advanced build. You will need a flamer trap and catwalks to build this. If this is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned. And if you can't actually watch all of it, have a look underneath in the text where it says more. You will find timestamps for each individual bit. So if you're only here for one thing, that's where to go. So we are going to start by placing some foundations, and we want to kind of line it up with the road, but we want this foundation as high as it will go, and make sure that they will all go on. I'm actually going to move it slightly to the left. Doesn't look straight either. There we go. Right, once we've done this, we are going to basically move this foundation out of the way. Because we just want to save this position, and we get interrupted by dogs. Right, we are going to lower this foundation because everything in this build is pretty much backwards. By that I mean we are going to do everything in reverse order. So now I'm going to add the roofs, and the reason that this is all backwards is because we want these double underpinnings on the foundations, which means that we have to do all of the moving of foundations and pretty much do that near the end. So I overlapped the roofs on this side. It is more complicated to do it in this direction because the walls won't line up underneath. What you can do is overlap a roof by half, which I'm going to do at least twice in this build, so you could always use that method. So we are moving the foundations this way by half a tile. And we're going to put 2 full walls there because the building is obviously wedge shaped. One and a half here. And we are also going to move that over there. And this will be, because the roof does overlap on this side, a whole roof tile. That's not right. Oh dear. One and a top wall arch. And these are the positions of our roof. So just put 3 on here, like so. We need to remove these walls, so just flatten these roofs and the walls should come off. Then put them back in the upright position. I'm really hoping those vertebrates, wherever they are not going to be a problem. It looks like they're moving over. I've already had to log off once this morning. We need to put the foundations back, like so. Right, while I'm also thinking about foundations, just in case, I am also going to save this lower position, like this. So we have these floors over here. So if anything goes horribly wrong, we have not lost our height. We need to add the dormer on the roof. So the way we're going to do this is we are going to add a double wall down here. Add a wall there. These walls will just snap on. We want to double wall this, so we are going to have to double wall this. Then we need to flame a trap up the top. To double wall these. And it will, you know, destroy half the roof, but that's fine. We are also going to flame trap this because otherwise we will not be able to get the wall off underneath. Now we do not need this roof in the middle, but it's going to be a pain, so lower it, remove it. We also need to remove all of these walls. Won't let me scrap it. You're going to have to repair it and scrap it. Or store it. I know, it let me that time. So that will be our dormer. We are actually going to put the underpinnings on now, and the way I'm going to do this is by adding a foundation here. I can just raise these up. Now we will not be doing the back with this, just the sides and the front. Grab a catwalk and a half wall. So you have these higher walls. We actually just realised we don't need one on the door because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get in. So go around and flame a trap these, or destroy them if you have a friend in PvP. Right, we need to lower the foundations again, so do this. take that one out. And this time we are going to include the door. We're going to put another row of underpinnings on. Now, if you're wondering when to do the vines, as I found out from making this video, I think this is my 4th attempt. If you put the vines on now, you will not get the walls, the walls on top. It causes all sorts of problems. So you will have to do it at the end, and it will involve more flamer trapping. I am leaving the entire back wall till the end because we need to be able to get in to do the fireplace and add the staircase. So that is done. We do need to flamer trap these as well. It's so that the position of the glass, or the half walls I will be converting to glass, is in the right. They're in the right position. We want them on the facing inwards, not facing outwards, and because of these, they will automatically face outwards. So if we destroy them, it won't happen. Because it's going to be difficult to do this once everything's on, I'm going to put a foundation out here. This will be the position for when we build the porches, and also the same here. We want one out here. The other thing we want to do is, before we do anything else, is we want to put the upper floors on. Now, I used roofs, and there is an overlap, so what we're going to do is offset this by a half. Now, because the porch is offset by a half, this will not break anything. And we are going to put the upper floors on by placing a wall down, adding a roof, and the second one will be, right, first of all let's take that wall off. I'll just turn the wall around using a catwalk so we don't have to put an extra roof on. Now we're going to be overlapping. Now obviously to do that we need to destroy these roofs. Then put two of these on like so. Break the dependency. Remove the catwalk, remove the wall, remove that. We can repair these and lower them. Although we're going to be doing a full repair, but it just bothers me. We need to get the upper walls for the bathroom in, and I'm going to do it before I put these walls on because it is impossible. Once you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walls on this foundation, even if you flamer trap everything, I found it really difficult to move the foundations. We're going to do it at the back, but these are a bit close, so I'm going to move them back. one. I put this out earlier in case it gets dark. I can just put some lights up. So we're going to offset this by a half. And move this. Actually, before we move it out, I'm going to put some walls on temporarily because we're going to have to put a half wall at the top because we will not get it on afterwards. So put a half wall up here. When you have these walls that are facing this way, you will not get a wall on this side. We should still be able to get the outside wall on, it's just this inside one. We don't need, well, we can't take those off right just yet. We'll have to flamer trap these walls. We'll do that in a sec. I'm going to move this one back. Put a wall here. We want to double wall, so pull this forward. Double wall on top. I'm not going to be using the triangular fascias on these parts. It's just easier to use these walls because these are doorways, they should float. We can just remove this, although we might have to lift the roof. Lift the roof, move this, lower this down. And we need one in this position as well. Remove this. Nope, that one came off. So those are those done. We need to remove these walls. To do that, we're going to have to flamer trap these ones. Right, it's probably the roof again. Right, that is all looking fine. We can always move these back now. Doesn't really matter. Don't think we'll be moving the foundations again. You never know. Right, we need to do the main walls now, and there are a lot of windows in this build. On all the walls that you want to put windows, put half walls. This works with the barn set. I do not know if it works with other sets. We need to flamer trap them. To do both at the same time, I am going to put my flamer trap on a stash box. So just go around and flamer trap those walls. We're now going to take a full wall and overlap it and double wall it. I'm just going to use a catwalk. You could repair the lower, but to be honest it's so fiddly selecting the right one and I can't be bothered. I'll just do all these ones first. Just double wall these using a catwalk. all double walled. You can tell, but this is why I use the barn set. It's really easy to tell which side is which. Now, before you repair these walls, which we are going to turn into glass, you have to put wallpaper on the inside. Doesn't matter which wallpaper, because once you've got the wallpaper on, you can select the wall. It makes the wall thicker. If you don't do this, you will have a problem selecting the wall. Nope. Right. We need to repair these walls in the middle. The easiest way is to go to your camp widget and repair all. Now, bear in mind that you have the overlap here, but we are going to select these walls here, the top and bottom, and just convert them to glass. I did forget to put a wall on here, so we will have to flamer trap this again, I'm afraid, but it's not a big deal. We will be doing a lot of flamer trapping in this build if you haven't realised that already. This will just be a plain wall on the actually it's fine, it didn't flamer trap the bottom wall, which is fine, we can use it to double wall. I'm completely leaving the back till the end. We need, and this will be a door, so that will just double wall because the outer wall is resting on here. Right, these windows. Select the barn wall and turn it into a shutter, and the same on the inside. The person who pioneered these sort of layered walls with glass was Stole Your Sweet Roll. I have used it in a lot of my builds over the years, different variations that I've tried. So just finish off doing that. Okay, next we are on the front and the side going to fill in the rest of the walls. On this side we're going to actually do 3 half walls. The middle one will be a window. For the top wall arches, to double wall, I say this every time but I will say it again. If you don't know this, you probably shouldn't be building this because it's too complicated. You need to use the brick because of the way that the brick breaks. Then flamer trap all of these and double wall them. Also double wall these ones on this side. The higher ones are already double walled. They got repaired when we did the repair all. For the ones on the top, it's probably easier to just lower one of these roofs. If we're lucky, we can do a twofer. Right, I did accidentally flamer trap this. Beware of Lucy with flamer trap. Oh, and I missed this as well. Ah, right. Lower this one. Flamer trap this top wall arch. Just lowering that so it doesn't break. It doesn't matter. I suppose it matters on your This is not a build for someone who's worried about the amount of resources they have. So we need to double wall. The top wall arch, when you're doing your second one, does not have to be brick. It can be anything. I'm going to use the wood. And not forgetting these two up here. Right. We should be able to do a repair all again. Yep. Oops. I set my thing to automatically go into build camera mode, but I'm so used to doing it, having to press it twice every time I log in, that I still keep doing it, so I keep coming out of build camera mode. Right, I'm going to put flat roof there, and no, we're not. Right. I forgot earlier to put the roofs on here. There is an easy fix. Put one like this, and lower it. You can put them on earlier, but obviously I didn't. Now, I am curious whether or not I will get... I'd still need top fascias in here. Now, I had a problem with this. It would not go in. Actually, do I need them? I'm trying to put them in the wrong place. Am I? No, I'm not. I had a problem getting the fascias in here. If this happens to you and you can't do this, take this out. Put half walls in. I do not know why I managed to do it the first time and I have not been able to replicate it. So if that happens to you, just put a half wall in there on top of the other half wall. I'll have to remember to do that at the back as well. And we do the back. Come on, go in. Place that roof up again and we'll repair the inside. We have still got this one here. We can try it. I just do not know what was causing the problem. Obviously it's very tight quarters in here. We could try lifting this roof up. Can't see. So I'm going to try it from this side. Wants to go on the top of the roof, so it should go in here. Might take this roof off. I think there's just too much going on. Ah, no, we got that one in. Right, we'll put the roof back in. If you're still following this, I think you would deserve an award. Right, there we go. We'll put a half wall on this other side when we do that though. Okay, the next thing we need to do is the fireplace. We're nearly there, honestly. I keep saying that every time I do this video. And then I think, oh no, I've done something wrong, I'm going to have to start again. Right. We're going to make the fireplace wider by stacking two of them together. So move that back a bit. Then just want to make sure this is not going to come through. Should do it. Just merge it down. Right, this will be our step and also our fireplace. So put it in here and get it as close to the right as you can. We're not putting it all the way to the back because there will be, we need to get a wall in here. So yeah, that's enough. Obviously the wall will be thicker because just trying to make sure it's straight. It will have wallpaper on. We then need to flamer trap it again. Just lots of flamer trapping. Flamer trap, flamer trap. We need a fireplace outside. And we're just going to push it up to the foundation. Again, there will be a wall. It might, because of this lip, you might have a problem. We can, if you can't get it close enough, you can just flamer trap this. It might even come out anyway. Will it come out? Yes, it will actually come out. This is still a doorway. Place this up to, because we're going to flamer trap this as well. Push it in. We're going to add height by adding the extensions. Now obviously it won't go through this one, so we need to flamer trap this roof. Right, and then through the roof like that. We need to flamer trap this so we can get, actually, let's just see if it will go on. Actually, you don't need to flamer trap that. You might need to flamer trap it to get the wall on, but we'll leave it for now because you're probably sick to death of the sight of my flamer trap. Now, we need to get a staircase in here, and what I did was I used a blueprint. It's a fairly common one. Basically, place a staircase on a foundation, add a catwalk, a half, and a small floor object, and then blueprint those three items. Now I am actually going to change the floor colour because I want to line this up because it's a bit of a pain getting it on. So something that has a line going the other way. If you actually use the floors that I'm going to put in finally, these ones, they've got the lines go the opposite way. So we're going to just try and line this up so it looks straight. Now bearing in mind we need space for a wall, so if it's right close, if it's too close to the edge you won't get the wall on. it is a bit finicky. And it's also a bit finicky because you can't really see if it's straight. So sometimes it's a bit of trial and error. See if we can get a wall on. Yes, so that's fine. Take the catwalk off. The other thing you need to check is that you can actually go the other way. There will be stairs there later. You need to make sure you've got enough clearance to actually get up the stairs, and I haven't in this instance, so I am going to do it again. It needs to be further in. Right, let's try that. I mean, obviously this is in the way, so we need to remove that. And the catwalk. Right, so that is fine. You'll be able to get up the stairs. We are nearly there. We are nearly there. Right. Going to put the walls on the back. I'm going to put some lights out, although to be honest it's pretty much mirroring what we did on the front. Whoa, that's very bright. Right, so we're going to put some walls on. This, we are going to lower that roof temporarily. We are going to put a half wall and then another half wall on top. Come on. Go in. You just went green. I saw you. We need a wall on here. We are, I don't know if we will need to flame trap the fireplace for the, I'm just going to flame trap the fireplace because, I'm not going to get the top wall arch on. Right. I can't actually see with this light. I think it's worse than not having any light. Okay. So, full wall, top wall arch, which has to be brick. Although I don't have one in my recents that I've put on before. Here we go. Right. That one... Obviously, we don't need to flame a trap, we can just double wall. Oh, actually, we need a cat, right. For the lower ones, just use a catwalk. I think I've attached that to the wrong thing. To double wall. We also need to put underpinnings on this side, which are not going... Oh, there we go, that one. Same here, we need to put underpinnings on. Come on. You just went. I saw you. There we go. Remove the catwalk. Do not remove the fireplace. Because those underpinnings are on, we can just put these straight on and this one on. We need to flame a trap. These two and this one and double wall them. I am going to put this roof back up. I am going to put a flat roof here. Put my flamer trap on a stash box to flame a trap both of these half walls. Hopefully. Pull it out a bit. It's the roof. Doesn't want to go under the roof. We need to do this top wall arch. I'm going to repair the roof, lower it, put the flamer trap up here to get this. Lower that, whoops, lower that one as well so it doesn't get destroyed. Needs double wall. And to flatten that one to get flat roof, the half wall on, and put it back up. Always do that one the wrong way around. We need a wooden top wall arch. This roof, to put top wall arches in, you need to have the roof that way. This roof can go back up. It's kind of coming together. This roof can come off. We are going to go to our camp widget again and repair all. Now, what we need to do, well, let's just check everything is fine, I guess. It's a bit of a pain getting in here now. Right, this all works. We have our step, we can get up here, everything's fine. Everything's finished on the inside. Right, next we need to add some wallpaper to some of these pieces. I'm going to turn that into a flat wall and the ones at the back. Now the whole back I used the stone wallpaper. And I'm going to put that on again. Come on. On the bottom piece as well. I think I put the stone on here. Can't remember. We might not need that extra wall there. These ones I'm not going to put wallpaper on. I'm going to make these wood. I'm going to make these ones in the middle. They are going to be the contemporary. Again, no wallpaper. Wood. Wood. Right, now these are going to be a pain to select. This wall here, which is the higher underpinning, you are going to convert to, actually no, let's do the wallpaper first. This wallpaper will be stone. We're then going to try and select this wall, and we are going to convert it to the log cabin set. I did it with this lip on as well. So go around and put the stone on. I mean, they are selectable, you just got to be careful. And obviously, if you get those squares, it means you've selected the foundation behind it. Then select the top top one and convert it to the and here and here. Convert it to the log cabin. Then we have this very exciting layered look. Right, to do the stairs on the doorway, we need to take the doors off. Although apparently they won't come off because of this underneath. So we are going to flame a trap that wallpaper under there. Going to remove the door. The stairs should just slot on and repair this. The double wall will go on like that. And again, we are going to convert these to wood. All of these will just be plain wood. This looks like wood, but when you select it, it's the red barn. So check what it says on the top right. It's because the texture's coming through. For this one, we are going to use the contemporary set again. Some of those windows are blocked off, but it is the only way really to get a dormer in here, and it does mean you have some natural light in the bathroom. So go around and make sure that you have no red showing. I think we're done, and it's nearly light. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is add the porches. I'm going to put a catwalk down so that the wall is facing the correct way. In some instances, you might find that it is difficult to get these on in this position. I had a problem when I did this because of this roof. So what you can do is put them on flat and lift them up. Now we need to remove the wall. And we need to move this foundation down by half. I'm actually standing on it. Right. So just move that down by half. And we're going to repeat this, but we obviously need to flame trap this. Quick way to do this is just to add one here and lower that. Right, we've got this offset foundation, so we're basically just going to repeat the same steps. Catwalk, wall, roof. Hope it's going the right way. No. And we do actually need to flamer trap this one as well, because we are going to put flat roofs underneath. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. We can just store all of that. We are going to leave that there for a sec. We are going to get one of the pavilion roofs, the flat one. Now I want the sort of thick parts to be facing this way, like so. This wider part going out from the house. I think it looks better. Just swap it to something else so that you can remove the wall, and then place it back. I think actually you need to put it into the flat position. That thing is only available in the flat position, so come here. No. Like so. We need to move the foundation back. Right, can't get that one in, just to be annoying. Right. Move this along until you're in the correct position. We need to flamer trap this one because again it's 1.5. You can, probably the easiest thing to do would be to either lift it up and do what we did earlier, or just put your flamer trap on a toilet. The danger of doing it this way is obviously you could end up flamer trapping more than you bargained for. There we go, that's fine. Then repeat the process again. Wall, roof, making sure it's going in the correct direction. It looks like it is. We need to remove the wall, so just lift that up, remove the catwalk, and then the wall. Flatten that out, turn it back to the pavilion. And we can repair those. And you have your porch. This one is exactly the same. Obviously it doesn't have the underpinning, but the other thing I did was I actually, if you look at the prefab, the roofs on this side were higher. So I'm just going to raise this foundation up a little bit and then just repeat exactly the same process. It's the wrong way around. It always is. No. Here we go. There we go. We're pretty much done. I mean, all you need to do is... Done that? No. All we need to do is add a door, swap the floors out. I did use abandoned mine floor. As I said, for some reason the pattern goes... All of the patterns on these pieces always go in the same direction apart from this one. I don't know why. If you want to know how I did these little decorative things over the window, which I can't actually get over the window. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Here we go. What I did was I created a blueprint. Take a rim divider, place, and this works for a lot of different objects, including the Kwanzaa sign and also the blackboard. Place one of these as high as you can get it. I'm trying to be quick. Place it as high as you can get it. It's not going to want to go. On the other side? No, I think it's got to be this side. Place one of these on here. Blueprint that. Put another blueprint down, push them together, and then basically select the sign. Both signs, create a new blueprint. It is not easy. It might take you a few attempts. To create the tyre path, take one of these long thin rugs. I use these small tyres, just place some of these on here. Like so. You can overlap the ends if you want to get 4 on, and then take a pressure plate, place it on the ground. I think I did it on the road. Grab a rock or any other floor item. Place the mat on the rock so that when you pick the rock up, you're lifting the whole thing. I mean, obviously you can do this with other objects, so it doesn't have to be tyres. And then just keep going down until when you place the rock, you have these kind of submerged tyres. I did, on my build, obviously merge one of these into one of the foundations at the beginning. So there you have it. The one thing about putting wallpaper on these is sometimes it does not like to let you up. Because I did actually buy the prefab. I used the door that came with the prefab, but there are lots of other doors that you could use if you if you wanted to. If I didn't have that door, I would probably have used, if I can find it, this one. Do you know what? This thing where it goes up and down, I actually hate it. Anyway. Right, I would have used this, which is just called wood door apparently. I think it's been in the Atom store many, many times. Or maybe it comes with a default, I don't know. Add wallpaper upstairs. Oh, and here I just stacked up some bookcases to fill that gap. So we are pretty much done. I don't think you need my help with any of that, anything else. So yeah, this project has taken me 3 weeks. 2 weeks to build it, and yeah. One final thing, if you do want vines on here, I'm afraid, yeah, when I did the first video, I thought maybe I could put them on, and then when I built these walls, but these walls would not go on even if they were flamer trapped, so I did add them after when I built my cabin. So what I did was I flamer trapped that, selected this one and repaired it. I turned it into a flatter wall, and I then added the vines, and I added these kind of thicker ones. Right, the problem you have now is trying to select this, but I can select it. Turning it back into that, and then repairing all on the camp thing, and there we go. These do tend to be inconsistent with how much they come through. I have also found that sometimes when I log in, how much wood is showing is different. So I think the buildings kind of move minuscule amounts when you load in. So be aware of that. I really like it. I mean, if I built it as a standalone house rather than copying something, I would probably have been happier with it. It was a very challenging project. It took up a lot of time. It took me 2 weeks to build it. I kind of built individual pieces and then kind of tried to put the whole thing together. The build order was very complex. I had to rip things down, and trying to work out the build order for a video was, yeah, I think, as I said, 8 videos, 8 parts of videos. And I'd get so far and realise that I wouldn't be able to do the next part. So, would I do it again? Probably not. For those people that think I'm very patient, I think this project proves I am not patient, I am just incredibly stubborn. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you like it. I hope you, unless you're an absolute masochist, I actually hope you don't build it. Takeaway, I've learned some new tricks through doing this, so maybe take some of those away. I think I'm going to do some, I'm nearly finished another build in 76. I think I'm going to do some shorter projects, and I have a new series coming soon. If I think I've figured out a way to do it, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you'll have to wait and see. Anyway, for those 2% of you who've actually got to the end of the video, that's all from me today. Thank you for watching.